How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Enclave. So today we have a very interesting firearm to review. It is the Vektor CR21. Now many of you may recognize this weapon, and you'll see why soon enough. It was very commonly used in a South African movie that we'll see shortly, like I say. So, having a quick little overview at the weapon here, obviously it is in a bullpup configuration, meaning that basically all the operating parts of the firearm, or the action as we like to call it, is found at the rear of the firearm instead of sort of midway down. So as you will see, the magazine and everything is behind the trigger, which is pretty common in bullpup systems. In fact, it is what makes them different. If you look closely at the stock of the weapon, you'll see that some of these variants actually come in a select fire option. So you'll basically have a semi-auto or full auto. In South Africa though, we are obviously only allowed the semi-auto, so they are all limited to that, and as you can see they have their firing switch removed. So here we're loading up some ammo. I cannot remember the weight and everything of this ammo, but I do remember it was Sierra 223. Yeah, that is pretty much what we're shooting today out of this weapon. We are at the shooting range tactical HQ, and then as you'll see here, like I mentioned earlier, we have some images. I didn't want to put in video clips just in case of any form of copyright or anything like that, so we have some images here of the iconic movie District 9, which is where this firearm was most notably used, with its quite iconic futuristic white plastics or white paint job. Yeah, it's quite a rare weapon overall. The internal mechanism is that of a galil, and basically it just has a composite plastic shell formed around it. It's nothing particularly special or unique. It's not really its own firearm. It is just a galil, like I say, that's been adapted and put into a different shell. Quite interestingly, in the US, this is an extremely sought after weapon, with people doing the conversions themselves. So they'll basically buy the plastic housing that you see there, and they will get a galil and they'll modify everything to actually fit within this housing, which to me I find very interesting. Yeah, what else can I say about it? Hell, it's a very interesting weapon. Like I say, very rare and unique. As far as I know, Tactical HQ is the only place you're going to be able to find one of these things to shoot. So if you want to give it a go, I would definitely recommend going down there and giving it a go. It is a very fun weapon to shoot. I will admit we did have a couple of interesting little issues, and I think more than anything I can narrow it down to two things. The ejector hook, I guess you could call it, that actually pulls the cartridge out of the chamber once it's been fired, or anytime when cycling the action, that didn't seem to be picking up the casings all that well. So we ended up basically just racking the action a few times at the end of every cycle, just to make 100% sure there wasn't anything still lurking in there. The other issues we found, which was actually an issue with the VM15 destroyer that you see off to the left there, review coming soon, was that the magazine springs seemed a little weak. So we ended up having a lot of failure to feeds and things like that. A lot of effort getting the rounds to actually chamber, which, it's alright, it is what it is, you know. But we did definitely notice that, especially when it came to actually loading the magazines, there's absolutely zero resistance whatsoever. I mean, a 1-year-old, not even a 1-year-old, an infant could push those rounds into that magazine with literally zero effort. So even then, I sort of knew, you know, I've used Galil magazines before. I know they're not the lightest springs in the world. But yeah, other than that, it was actually a really fun firearm to shoot. I had a really great time with it. The sight is very interesting. It has a built-in sight, which I'll be honest was quite low for where we had the target set, so we were shooting quite low on the target. But at the end of the day, it's not bad. Would I enjoy using a sight like that on any other gun? Nah, not really, to be honest. But yeah, other than that, really fun, very fun firearm to play with. But yeah, I think that is pretty much that. That is what we've got to say about this one. If you guys give it a go, please let me know in the comments down below what you think of it. And yeah, as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, check out the annotations at the end here. If you got more time, check through to another video. Otherwise, peace out.